Tommy Shea spent roughly 4 decades as a reporter, sports writer, and columnist for The Republican. He's co-author of a new book about baseball titled Dingers, the 101 most memorable home runs in baseball history. Tommy came in to tell us about the process of putting the book together and how it all came to be.
It really, in some ways, wasn't that hard, because I bet you, if I said to you, name the top 10 homers in baseball history, oh no, you'd come up with them. Because as a fan, you'd say yes, because they become like these, societal signposts, that you can remember. And if we didn't remember, let's say someone told us about Bobby Thompson's home run, or, like when the steroid era descended on baseball, everybody talked about Hank Aaron, and the country stopped when Henry Aaron hit his homer to beat Babe Ruth.
Everything is counted in baseball. Everything is recorded. The research and the amount of research. Where did you go? What did you do?
Let's put it this way: it's never very hard.
I didn't say it would be fun.
No. That's what it was. It was. I got to read loads of baseball books and watch, and now in this age of YouTube, loads of video, and it was great fun, because there was the things that I knew, and I think about baseball way too much, so I kind of know sort of a lot. Then there were the things that I once knew but had forgotten, things that I knew from and then there was just acres and acres and acres of stuff I didn't know at all, and it was. One example was Casey Stengel, who was one of the great managers of all time. Managed the Yankees, managed the Mets. Well, he hit the first World Series home run in then the new Yankee Stadium.
And no idea.
No, right. Same here. And it was an inside the park home run. And his cleat was falling off, and he was exhorting himself to say, "Keep running, Casey, keep running," and he hit a home run. And then one that, especially in this time of year when Jackie Robinson's been honored, we all know the story, or at least baseball fans do, of the collapse of the Brooklyn Dodgers. Yeah. And I did not know this, was that on the last day of the 1951 season, the Giants clinched first place. And the Dodgers, if they won their game, would clinch first place and force the playoff. Well, Jackie Robinson had a huge home run that day, like I think it's in the 14th inning, that got the Dodgers into that playoff setting. And he also made like a spectacular play. And I said, wow, I just didn't know about that heroic moment as a baseball player, because they did get to play 3 games. And Robinson was the only Dodger that went into the Giant dressing room after Bobby Thompson's home run to shake hands and wish them well.
Real class. I got to say one thing for you now, Yankee fan, but the most home runs by an individual player, if I counted right, Ted Williams is in the book 6 times, 6 of his home runs.
Boy, you're good.
Does that sound right?
Yeah, it probably does. Yeah, I'm not too good at counting, so he's in there a lot. Yeah. And once upon a time, I was a sports writer for the Springfield Daily News, and I covered the Red Sox, which is a very good job for a Yankee fan, because if the Red Sox won, they were in a good mood. And if they lost, well, that's always a good day. And I'm in a good mood. Well, anyways, I would see Ted Williams at spring training every year. And one of the great benefits of being like in the media, you meet a lot of big shots. And Ted Williams was really the only big shot that I ever met that had charisma. Ted Williams was one of those people that if you walked into any room with no announcement, Ted Williams. He really was something else.
Let me ask you about a home run you had to enjoy. It almost killed me. 1978, 1-game playoff, Red Sox, Yankees, Bucky Dent.
The Yankees were so far behind, and the Yankees had really, really a great team. But, they were, dysfunctional, I guess is the word. Billy Martin was fired, and Bob Lemon, who was a Hall of Fame pitcher for the Cleveland Indians, was named manager of the Yankees, and the Yankees roared. And then it comes down to the one-game playoff, and Jim Trelease, he was then the cartoonist for the Springfield Daily News. He went on to write the Read Aloud Handbook. Had a cartoon on the front page of the Daily News, and it said, kind of best of times, worst of times. And Bucky Dent, I mean, that's what makes us all turn into watch a baseball game. You never know. And Bucky Dent, you watch those films, he choked up as much as I did. You know what I mean? And guys like that don't usually hit it. And I know I was happy that day. And thank you.
Good to have you with us. Thanks. The book is Dingers. Congratulations.
Thanks, Jim. Thank you. Happy baseball season.